Our next piece is by Karyn Renee Bailey, our very talented editor-in-chief. It's a poem titled, "You Can Be Anything."
So I like to think of writing as simply an advanced way of thinking. Advanced is defined in Merriam-Webster Dictionary as being far on in time or course, beyond others in progress, greatly developed beyond an initial stage, etc. Writing forces the fluttering thoughts to slow to a crawl, and in the process often begs a deeper, more profound analysis of something we may momentarily feel or perhaps genuinely believe. When I wrote this poem, I was probably thinking something along the lines of being a grown-up is really hard, or I hate bills, or the oh-so-cliche, what the hell am I doing with my life? I honestly don't remember where I was or what I was doing. This poem, like most of mine, was undeliberate. I do remember, though, pulling out my phone, a bit more feisty than I usually do, and typing into a new note the lines that read almost identical to what is printed now in this literary journal. For me, my truest art is the kind that pours out like the slurred words of an angry drunk, but in the process forces some intimate consideration. The thoughts about adulthood being shittier than previously expected matured into reminiscence of childhood, of how the 5-year-old Karyn viewed the world, of the things she was led to believe that made the shock of being a grown-up so cruel in the first place. As a disclaimer, short pieces can be limited to just one frame of mind or mood. I'm often thrilled to be the most free I ever have been, and I don't take for granted my tendency to strike gold in terms of arbitrary bouts of luck. In other words, I don't always hate being a grown-up, but when I do, I write poems about it. You can be anything, but they didn't breathe the chill of deceit down your fine spine when they uttered those sweet lines, those that made the heart believe in time that does not tick, in reality that exists a mere replica of the destiny you imagined would be, dreamt of so fervently with the blind determination of a moth drawn to light, light so bright we forgot to mention the sting. Only sing hymns in La La Land where we grow up as grand as we all expected, as though what we intended is precisely what we catapult into, caterpillar breaking through carefully crafted cocoon at the ripe age of adulthood. If only the transition were so understood. But, like romantic love, so much more persists than the momentary bliss we never had trouble recognizing. And so those little faces grow up to furrowed brows, calculating the hows of living ill-equipped for the sinking ship that is mortality.